Alright, so Korn's debut album, Korn, 1994, ushering in this new wave of American heavy metal with this new sound of nu metal, right? Which is pretty much an upgrade of what's came before. So you've still got these heavily distorted, down-tuned, usually 7-string guitars, right? But then not so much in the way of guitar solos or intricate picking, no, more a focus on repetitive rhythmic riffage, kind of overwhelming the place and giving you a wall of sound that you have to deal with, right? You've still got those double kicker heavy blast beats, and you've still got those angry raging vocals on top, but then adding in these wee bits of diversity, right? So a wee bit of hip hop in there. So the vocals don't have to be growled or screeched or shouted at you. They can be rapped. Or they can be rapped and growled, right? A wee bit of funk in there, predominantly on the bass, right? So the bass is there to fill out the sound and add a wee bit of weight to this. But then with the funk in there, just giving it a wee bit of style about it, right? You've got a few vinyl scratches in there, but then other wee bits from just about any other genre you can think of. Just wee bits that you can take out and add into metal music just to kind of make it a wee bit more interesting and see what's going on, right? So with the album, starting with Blind, you've got this ominous, scratchy guitar to begin with, before you're hit with a gigantic wrecking ball of sound, right, which completely destroys the place. Obviously you've got those angry, raging vocals on top, just the whole thing kind of saying, now this is what nu metal sounds like, and this is what we're going to be doing today, right? So with a great start to the album, moving on to Ball Tongue next, which has a pretty similar sound to Blind, but then allowing the bassist to step forward and take center stage, right? So with this funk, kind of like I say, fills out the sound, takes it way up a wee bit, but then it sounds pretty cool, right? And it takes it from like the sound being a punch in the face into what sounds like some extreme industrial works going on all around you, right? So right, moving on, later on we've got Faggot, which is like has some howling guitar during the verses, right? And then this repetitive rhythmic stuff all around you apart from that, right? What I love about this tune is that it shows that the musicianship and the intricacy is still there. So obviously the repetitiveness, the rhythmicness kind of takes over and fills out the full sound, right? But then the musicians are in there, the guitars, the bass, the vocals. I hear it mainly in the drums. So you've got some bass drum rolls in here, and you've got some hi-hat rolls in here. Just all this kind of showing that even though the rhythmicness takes over the full sound, you have still got the intricacy in there. The musicianships, the musicians are still showing their capability, that they're very versatile, capable musicians and know what they're doing, right? So moving on with Chutes and Ladders, I love this. You've got a bagpipe to begin with. Now bagpipes are great at creating an atmosphere, right? Like usually a funeral, sadly, but then they can be used in any other way, right? Either way, whatever they're doing here, they bring everyone together and kind of create a solemn atmosphere, right? But with this kind of thought that something's gonna happen, like I'm not fully sure about this. We've lost something and now what's about to happen, right? Sure enough, after about 30 seconds or something like that, you get this onslaught of carnage and everything being destroyed by the bass, by the drums, by the guitar, by the vocals. Everything is wiped out and now you're left to pick up the pieces or something like that, right? Moving on with Predictable, which kind of slows down this sound and makes it sound like you're battling against the elements here. So it's as if you're walking through a blizzard, like a heavy blizzard, carrying an absolute ton of weight, kind of making it difficult to go between the riffs. They are so heavy. This really does deserve the accolade of heavy. Everything about this tune sounds like it's difficult to make it through and you're struggling to deal with it. And let's say you've got one riff which is already heavy enough and you struggle to get through and battle against this element, this colossal element against you, just to get to the next riff, right? So it really emphasizes that kind of point. Coming towards the end of the album, you've got Helmet in the Bush, which takes the speed back up and hits you with a whole bunch of sharp, stabby, staccato sounds, right? Which takes the sound from like a colossal industrial works all around you to a personal attack on you, right? Like you've done something wrong or something. Now it's just decided, Kim, what? We're going to destroy you personally for this, for whatever you did, right? So all of this stuff, obviously this is creating this sound of nu metal, which is harsh, which is difficult, which hurts, which is scary, which, oh my god, what's going on and you don't know, right? Whatever it is, it's difficult to deal with. But if you can deal with it, right, it is an incredible sound. Like I say, it's gigantic, it's huge, it's new at the time, it's this ginormous thing which is actually a pretty cool, epic sound. Like, there you go, if you want heavy metal, well, this really is heavy, right? I guess I'm gonna have to be honest, I am seriously late to this game, right? So that's been over 30 years now, and I've only just listened to Korn, right? I thought the Slipknot were original, and they were the first ones to do this kind of thing. Now, obviously, hearing this, Korn done it in 94, and what a sound they've stumbled upon, and what a sound they've got and brought to the table here. It's absolutely incredible. So if you like metal music, this is the way to go, right? So they've started so much, and obviously you've heard what's come since. It's absolutely amazing. So nice one, light. Until next time, take it easy.